Hello guys, and welcome back to another... You frickin'... Okay, be like that then. Welcome back to another video. We haven't done one... Oh, I should probably wear a frickin' hat. We haven't done one of these in a while, where it's me, talking about a subject, because there have been so many games going on. But today I'm going to be defending Myles Turner and why he's a better rebounder than we think. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through fast breaks, three-point shots, inside shots, just go through different situations and show where Myles is usually positioned and where Sabonis is usually positioned, and why Sabonis' positioning gives him a better chance to rebound than Myles' positioning, and other situations like how many minutes they play, and stuff like that. So let's get into the clips. Okay, so warning, this is a very crude way of breaking down a play, but it's how I'm going to do it, so sorry. You notice where Myles Turner and Domantas Sabonis are.
3-point field goals.
Chris, that and last year the
and then they'll switch off, and did you notice that? Let's look at it one more time.
And last year the Pacers only took 28 field.
If you didn't notice it, Myles, even though, actually no, originally that is his man, but even though Sabonis' man is on the perimeter still, Sabonis goes in for the rebound. Well, Myles Turner is the guy who played perimeter defense because he can block shots. And also, it was the guy he was guarding, but usually he guards Mitchell Robinson, but TJ Warren is on him. But Myles will sometimes play perimeter defense like this because he has a better chance of blocking it than any other player. So, he can't get the rebound when he's all the way out there unless it's a long rebound. And Sabonis, he can move in and get the rebound if it misses. I feel like people just look at the box score and they say, oh, Myles isn't a good rebounder because of the box score. You can't just go by the box score. You have to take into account the game plan. And I get, it might sound stupid. A game plan for rebounding, while it sounds stupid, it is a thing. And they clearly have it. Because Myles, if he wanted to, immediately after that block, maybe he could try to get in, but Sabonis has a better chance of rebounding it. And he doesn't want to compromise that because he wants the team to win. He's not about his frickin' stats like people want him to be. So, how is he supposed to get the rebound there? Okay, so now we have this one.
Indiana out to a 7-3 lead as Bullock drives the lane, and now Barrett for another
Now,
three.
did you notice that? Watch it one more time.
Drives the lane, and now Barrett for another three.
Okay. So right here, he has the ball. This is if you didn't notice it. Right here, he has the ball. Then, come on, you said I can... He has the ball. Myles could have stayed in the post, but he doesn't. He moves out. Why does he move out? Well, there are two Knicks players right there. So, if that ball happens to clank off the rim and goes for a long rebound, you want someone back there to get the long rebound. That way they don't get second chance points. Well, Myles, unfortunately, is designated with the job of getting the long rebound, which happens way less than the short rebound, which is what Sabonis is getting right there. And Sabonis has another guy boxing out for him. In this case, that would be Victor Oladipo. This was the first game of the season. So, Myles already is at a disadvantage when it comes to long rebounds and how he's supposed to account for those, at least in this case. So, if that were to miss, Sabonis would have a better chance of getting the rebound. Okay, so yet another one.
If he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Alec Burks ended last year in Philadelphia.
If you didn't see it, Myles Turner is alone. There's no Domantas Sabonis. He is the tallest guy on the court. So, he is going to be designated with getting rebounds because he's the tallest guy, he has the best chance of getting rebounds. So you'll notice when this guy shoots his shot, okay? If it was Myles and Sabonis, like I showed you that wasn't the same situation. But most likely what would have happened is Myles would have ran out there to defend the perimeter, and Sabonis would have stayed in to get the rebound. I'm not slandering Sabonis, I'm just emphasizing the words. But because Myles is taller and has a better chance of getting a rebound, Malcolm Brogdon goes out there to block the shot, and Myles is free to stay in there and box out and try and get the rebound. But I'll explain why he can't do this a lot when we get to how many minutes they both played in this game. This one, I remember exactly what it is. This one is transition defense. Myles is right there, Sabonis is right there. You'll notice that a lot of times when they pass it out for a three, Sabonis is at the top of the arc. Why this is, I don't know. Maybe that's just where he's most comfortable shooting it, but that's usually where they have him. And Myles, really, he's a decent three-point shooter, so it would make sense for him to go to the corner because the corner three is the easiest shot from three. Well, I'll just let you watch this.
Brogdon gets inside but couldn't finish.
Did you notice that? Myles is already at a disadvantage in transition defense like this because Sabonis was at the top of the arc and he has a head start. So, when this happens, if this were to miss, Sabonis, well, if he didn't go for the block, he would have had a better chance to rebound it. But if they were to just keep going, Myles probably would have blocked out, who is that? Quickly? I think that's Quickly. Myles would have probably boxed out Quickly, and Sabonis would have gotten the rebound. So, where's that? No, that's R.J. Barrett. It just didn't look like R.J. Barrett from the hair, I think. Whoever that Knicks player is, number 9. We'll go by that. So there's that. This one I'll let you watch, like some of the other ones, and see if you can figure it out.
A shooter, not a guy that can put it on the floor.
I feel like I'm a math teacher being like, okay, I've helped you with some of the problems, now do one on your own. But just watch it one more time.
Shooter, not a guy that can put it on the floor.
Okay, so if you didn't notice it, Sabonis' guy drives. So you'd think it'd be Sabonis' job to try and block the shot. Well, no, because Myles is already in the post. It is Myles' job to block the shot. And while he's blocking the shot, or attempting to block the shot, he can't really get the rebound once he's landed if it misses, unless it rolls that way. But any other way it rolls, Sabonis will get the rebound. So unless it comes directly to Myles off of if that misses, Sabonis is getting the rebound. And that's usually how it goes, because Myles is a better shot blocker than Sabonis. While most people don't really talk about it, Sabonis' biggest weakness is really his shot blocking ability. It's not the best. It's still decent, but it's not the best. So Myles is usually designated for blocking shots, which makes sense. He's the league's leading shot blocker. People will say that blocks are overrated, and then I tell them that the Pacers lost, pretty sure, every game where Myles was injured, and that is because our interior defense was absolutely horrendous. But blocks are overrated, and he definitely doesn't get any steals, even though he's averaging like 1.5 a game. On to the next one. Okay, so now in this one, I will show you one where Myles actually does get the advantage, but you'll notice there are less of these. Sabonis is out there, and when he goes up for the shot, Myles doesn't really go for the block. Sabonis stays out on the near the free throw line, so if that were to miss, Myles would have a better chance of getting the rebound. there are way less of these where Myles has a better chance of getting the rebound. So, yeah. You might ask, how many rebounds did Myles get in this game? He got 8, which is decent. Sabonis got 13, which is better than he usually gets. But notice their minutes. Sabonis almost plays 10 more minutes than Myles. So Sabonis had more times where he was out on the floor without Myles, so he had a better chance of getting rebounds because Myles wasn't there. And Myles had less time with Sabonis not on the floor, so Myles had a less chance of getting rebounds. But why would we put context to stats? That only makes too much sense. That's way too smart. It's way too advanced for, just looking at the basic. Let's just look at points, assists, rebounds without minutes, or game scheme or game plan. That's just too advanced and makes too much sense and can make a player look better than they look. So yeah, now let's go on to another game. I promise there's only 2 more games that we're going to go through, and it'll get more interesting, don't worry. So here we have us versus the Bulls. Let's watch this.
Lowry Markkanen, quick trigger, got it for 3.
Did you see that? Myles is out there. Sabonis is in there. Out there, Myles is near the free throw line. Sabonis is in between the paint and the 3-point line. And when Lowry shoots this shot, just to show you that, Myles accounting for the long rebound wasn't just a one-game thing. Sabonis moves in. Myles is out more. He starts to move in, sees that it goes in. I guess you could make the case that Myles was moving in. But at the start, he was out here. If that were to miss, Sabonis would have a better chance at it because he's closer. I'm just showing you this second game to show that, that wasn't just a one-game thing. This is our regular game plan for rebounding. It is Sabonis gets closer. Myles is a bit farther. He boxes out for Sabonis. Sabonis gets the rebound. Their primary concern is getting Sabonis rebounds. Not for stats. It's because he is the better rebounder. But Myles isn't as bad as he looks. So watch this.
He's pretty good at digging down low as Kobe catch and shoot carries.
Now, if you didn't see it, Myles is out there on the perimeter. I think, why does it look like they only have 4 players? Where the heck is their 5th? Okay, he's right there. Is that Felicio? Jeez, of course Felicio's being weird. But Myles is accounting for Felicio. He starts to move in once the rebound happens. And who is that? Who the heck is that? Wendell Carter Jr., I think. Myles gets near Wendell Carter Jr., gets in front, gets a bit physical with him, and Sabonis is closer. So if that were to miss, Myles would start blocking out, and Sabonis would get the rebound because Myles is blocking out for Sabonis. Myles helps out Sabonis getting rebounds more than people give him credit for. I don't blame them because, during a game, you're not looking at the guy boxing out for the guy getting the rebound. You're looking at the guy that is getting the rebound. So now this is the last of the Chicago game, and yes, that score is not fake. It's really 84-56. That game was special. Let's see. Okay, watch this.
Drive and drop
Sorry, I got in the way there.
Drive and drop Markkanen off the heat.
Okay. So Myles is chasing who looks to be Zach LaVine. He's chasing Zach LaVine, trying to block Zach LaVine's shot. And if Zach LaVine was to shoot that reverse layup and it missed and rolled back, Sabonis would get the rebound. That happens. I feel like people who watch basketball should know that misses like that happen. And so in that situation, Sabonis would get the rebound. But Zach LaVine passes out to Lauri Markkanen. At least I believe, yeah, that's Lauri Markkanen. And then Myles goes up to block Lauri Markkanen. If Lauri misses this, Sabonis is the one who can go up for the rebound because he was prepared for the rebound, and Sabonis is just coming down from the block, so he's not going to be prepared to turn around and grab a rebound. That is way more difficult than it sounds. See, if you watch it, I'm showing you it in slow motion, but if you watch it in real time,
Drive and drop Markkanen
it's
off the heat.
harder for him to change so fast. So, it's clear that Myles, I mean, he starts to block out Lauri Markkanen a little. At least I think. I can't see the front, so it's hard to see where his arm is. But it looks like he might be blocking Lauri Markkanen out a bit. He could just be standing there. But Sabonis is the one going up for the rebound. And I think Myles would go up for the rebound if it fell the other way, and then Sabonis would be doing what Myles is doing. But it fell towards Sabonis. So Myles doesn't get the rebound. Myles got 5 rebounds, 9 points. He didn't have a very good game this one. Sabonis got 10 rebounds. And Sabonis in this one was 1 minute away from playing 10 more minutes than Myles. Yet another game where he plays almost 10 more minutes. So he has more time where Myles is not out there getting rebounds. So therefore, he gets more uncontested rebounds from his teammates. Myles gets less. This isn't a coincidence. He plays more minutes, so he gets more rebounds. But again, why would you put context to stats? Why? I get...
Love on each other, as in, like, you know, tell each other they